Let's bring him out. Let's bring out
Josh.
Are you back there?
There he is. He's playing hard to get, ladies and gentlemen. Hard to get.
Hey, what's up, man?
Good to see you again.
Yep. What's up, man?
What's up, Big Daddy? How you doing?
Have a seat.
Good to see you. Good to see you.
Good to talk to you.
I'm going to take a seat.
So,
Thanks for having me on the show, fella.
No problem. No problem.
Good.
You got any friends or family out there right now?
I do have one friend in the audience right now, Mr. Carson.
Yes.
A friend of mine. Family.
Did I meet him backstage?
You have. They couldn't make it, though, so.
No problem. They'll see it. They'll see it live.
And I guess they just don't care.
Where are you originally from?
Northern California.
Okay.
Yeah, most people ask, where's Sebastopol, California? And I tell them, well, it's about 45 minutes north of San Francisco, so that's usually the best way to gauge that because nobody knows of Sebastopol. You know, think wine country, Napa County.
Right, yeah. I talked to you before, found out your parents, grandparents perhaps have a ranch.
Oh yeah, grew up on the big Western ranch. Well, I'm kind of, how do I put this?
Actually got you started in acting, no?
Yeah, well, exactly. I'm just trying to think of the best way to put this out there. My grandfather was an actor here in LA, you know, built sets and whatnot, so moved up when he was much, probably in his early 30s, bought a 60-acre ranch in Northern California and built a big ranch, not a ranch, but what do you call it? The movie sets. So when I was born, we were literally put in that. Like they say, oh, hey, who's your son or who's your grandkid? He's running around there playing cowboys and Indians, so like, oh, he'd be energetic for this part. So they'd throw us in the movie, and you know, little did I know, I didn't really care then. So now, here I am at 27, living in LA, doing the acting and the modeling and the music stuff. That gave me that confidence and that little edge that I never knew would matter so much. You know, then I was like, you know, it's not such a big deal. But now it's like, wow, I grew up on a real live movie set where we filmed westerns. Right. Tom Selleck had some stuff going on.
I was just going to ask, is there anything that we may recognize?
Actually, it was I don't know what his status is now, but a fellow named David Warner, my first movie ever, I was about 10 years old, and they said, hey, you know, your son seems to really like being around all these people. You want to put him in the movie? And my father said, you know, Josh, you want to do that? And I thought, hey, what a great idea. So, so then I did that, and then kind of corrupted me from then on. So here I am.
There you go. Good.
What are you working on currently?
Right now, actually, it's called The Legend of Billy West. It's a Western. Okay. So, and believe it or not, yes, living here in LA, I got a phone call, and they said, hey, Josh, would you like to come be a part of this movie on your ranch? So I said, absolutely. To get to leave LA to film a movie on a ranch where I grew up, I mean, that's, you come here to live the dream, and then you go back home to actually make the dream. So that was a good experience. We just did the trailer, so that's going to be put into a feature-length film here real soon. So
really,
the Western, and I got the lead role as Little Bill, which is Billy West's son. He's killed in the movie, and I avenge his my father's death. And so I don't have a clip of that yet, but that's okay.
I was just going to ask when we'll be able to see that.
I think in 2008 that'll be out. I'll go to Sundance and a bunch of other film festivals. So
fantastic.
Really fun.
That is good.
As far as what else is going on, I also, like you guys introduced me as a model, musician.
Yep, and actually, if you don't mind,
what do we have?
I'm going to show some pictures here, guys.
See, I had my mom put this together, so I hope she didn't use any of me with my diapers on. So I certainly hope. Yeah, I just did some fashion modeling for a while, a lot of real cool stuff. I became a part of this this really great romance company. But right now, actually, this is a really cool ad campaign I did for Carmel Valley. It's a Pacific Tweed. It's a really new clothing company that came out, and they wanted something that was like Bonnie and Clyde, Diamond Heist. They wanted cops and robbers. So we did the ad campaign that turned out really well. So that was part of it. But this is kind of mixed up, just headshots and general stuff.
Great. Most of the shots that you've taken were up in Carmel and
all over. I mean, everything in here is actually from an advertisement I did for either a company or a clothing line. Okay. But like this right here was a Hugo Boss ad that we shot up in San Jose, so that was really cool. Okay. I mean, but the modeling.
Let me ask you, because this is, I've often wondered, I too was a model once.
I was just going to say, it's a difficult subject.
You're both beautiful, man.
One of my questions, Steve, before you ask yours, is I myself have experienced it many years. Is it tough being so good looking?
Jeez, Ed.
You are so
serious
full
question.
It's a horrible question.
That's terrible.
My answer was yes. It's as simple as that.
Well, yeah, okay.
I can't answer that.
What was your? I'm sorry.
I don't want to answer that.
Who's this?
Oh, this is just for the romance company. I actually represent a romance company. Did their book cover series, and we have a really cool magazine coming out in November. So I'll plug that later. That's the actual romance. That's actually the romance book cover right there. So
right on.
Great
Fantastic.
response.
Looking good, huh?
As, for instance, Cameron Diaz started off, modeling and then
Absolutely.
commercial, and then
Yeah.
so it's a good avenue to do that because obviously you get your photos out there.
Oh,
you
yeah.
get noticed.
It's great. It's great for catapulting you out there. It gets you prepared for dealing with the ins and outs of the industry. It prepares you for the mental and physical. I guess you could say it's very demanding. And for me, like I said, starting off on a ranch doing the acting. And I got into the modeling because I was actually playing a show with my band. And they said, hey, you got a unique look and long hair. Would you like to model? I'm like, why would I want to do that? That's,
right. Yeah.
Grew up on a ranch. We don't model, right? And then I found out I could make some good money doing it. So it made digging ditches didn't sound so good.
Well, that happened to me, Steve. And the next thing I know, this guy gets me in his car. My pants are unbuttoned.
Oh, God.
Oh,
And I'm missing $17 out of my wallet.
The same guy.
What part of it, modeling, singing, or acting, is your favorite?
Honestly, music, for sure.
Music.
The thing about music is no matter what you can make off it, no matter what happens, it'll always be what takes me to my special place.
Sure.
You can go out to the ocean and sing to a couple seagulls,
Zen.
and nothing is a bigger high than that. The acting's great, it's creative. The modeling's, yes, it's fun, it's exciting, but the music will always be like running through my veins.
Sure.
Always.
Ure.
Been playing since I was 12.
Where can we see you play? Are you doing any shows?
Actually, we actually have a music video out right now.
You got a website they can go and check?
www.myspace.com/jfrederick.
Wait, MySpace.
Hey,
I'm
who
not familiar
doesn't have
with
a
that.
MySpace page right now? You gotta be kidding me.
No, I'm kidding.
You are such a...
Am I that annoying?
Sometimes.
You're just beautiful, that's the problem.
You are.
Shallow. You are!
What the silliest thing, or the silliest thing you had to do to like follow your career, or something that you just
the most
did,
challenging,
most challenging.
your
Going, I
integrity.
can't believe I'm here wearing this, or I can't believe I'm in this show.
You mean
something that's
the biggest, most ridiculous sacrifice somebody could ever make to get where they want to go?
something like that. Everybody's got one.
Well, I did definitely make some bad financial decisions with my band when about 21, 22. I put a lot of money into it and didn't get paid it back. The band broke up. This was one of my first bands, and now I look back and think, wow, I really must have been dedicated to go that far in the hole to make it, to get out there.
Yeah.
And now, it's all paid off and done with, and I look back and I think I got a full-length CD, professional, I have a music video, and I've got a little fan base.
Sure.
And if all of that was a really stupid sacrifice, it was well worth it.
Can Steve
Looking back on it, it wasn't very smart.
Can Steve and I borrow your fan base for a couple of days? Just we'll talk. We'll talk.
Sorry,
We'll talk.
But a lot of times, you've got to make those. You got to take those risks, the sacrifices.
And that's just Steve and I
to take a chance. It's not going to knock on your door.
Nothing comes easy. You have to really,
or the ranch, perhaps.
Yeah,
but, so the movie that when can we see it? When and where, so people can.
Okay, let's see. I would. There's several things. I mean, that's in pre-production right now. Like the trailer's going to be out. You can YouTube, The Legend of Billy West.
Okay, good.
There's been a bunch of other little productions here I've been a part of. I was on, was it Californication, a David Duchovny film, I believe. I just did some extra work as a musician there.
Great.
Really funny mockumentary called Touchwood, but that's all I'm going to tell you. That's going to be out soon. I did some stuff in that. Really funny.
Good.
What's your favorite that you've done so far, your personal?
My personal favorite, Quest of the Delta Knights. It was when I was 10 years old and I had to leave school for 3 months.
That's always a good
time. At 10 years old, being put in that mix and being treated that way was really cool. And that's why when I said earlier it corrupted me is because I got a taste of it. So now it's like, oh, don't want to go with that rope.
I actually left at that same age, but I didn't have a movie to do. School.
You left?
School, but
what'd you end up doing?
There was no movie.
It's a
I started a
story.
talk show.
At the age of
So you're only 10 years old?
You look good.
Yeah, I couldn't.
But let's do this. We're gonna take a break.
Okay.
We're gonna come back and do a
special musical guest, by the way.
Special musical guest.
Yes. You know what? I'm gonna go check on them right now. We'll be right back. Good stuff. Good stuff.